told me.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Well, welcome to the face behind the brand. You
Thank
are
you.
Juselle, and I'm so happy that you're here, my beautiful friend.
Me
And
too.
I am your host, Monique Marie.
I am super blessed to be in your show tonight.
Oh,
I look forward today, all day, to our our time together. I think it will be very unique, very important, and something special.
absolutely. So, how was your day today overall?
It was great. I mean, a little running around here and there and doing some things for the weekend with family,
Yeah,
cooking,
yeah.
having great conversations, and
Hmm.
just running around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
How about you?
So for those, I know who you are, but for those of us who don't, I will give us a brief synopsis, but I want you to share, of course, who Juselle is. So I know you to be, of course, a mother, a beautiful mother. You are a nutritionist, life coach, fitness trainer, and of course, you are a businesswoman with TLC.
Yes.
So go a little deeper and share who Juselle is.
Yes. Giselle, like you said it, thank you for
Yes.
introducing me like that. I am a mother of three amazing teenage kids now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I am a daughter of an
Yes.
amazing woman that raised me. She was a Bolivian woman,
Mm-hmm.
and she raised me, and I
Yeah.
think I'm a little part of who she was, and I'm trying to. I'm a woman of faith
Yeah.
above all. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what conquers me, what holds me together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm a life coach. I am a physical nutritionist. Well, I'm working on these things.
Yeah.
I'm in Harvard taking a class on nutrition, so I should be graduating within 6 months or so.
Well done. Mm-hmm.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
That's
And
exciting.
I'm also working on the whole fitness instructor license.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm with TLC.
Yes.
Recently joined like 3 months ago. That has completely changed my life, the
Yes.
way I view, the way I feel, the way I take care of my health, and what I'm putting inside my body.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So talk to me a little bit more about your inner peace, because of course I know obviously it starts there. We are in the middle of a pandemic, and we know it to be quite a few pandemics, going on with racial inequality, COVID-19, just a lot's happening in the world. So, and a lot has happened in your own world. I mean, everybody has something going on. So life is happening. So talk to me about your faith and what you do to maintain a steadfast spirit.
Thank you. Well, I always grew up as a faith woman. My mom was a very faithful woman. She was a Christian, godly woman.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very inside of me, right? Since I was a little girl, I was an infant. I was born and raised
Mm-hmm.
in faith. And growing up, I had my own challenges, of
Mm-hmm.
course.
Mm-hmm.
I've had trials and tribulations
Yes. Yes.
where times I'll be 100 with you. I've doubted. There's times that I did doubt my
Yeah.
faith
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because of what I was going through, and I wasn't as mature in my faith as I am today.
Yeah.
Because what I've learned today is that no matter what obstacles we go through or the things we do, he's always there to guide me. He will always
Absolutely.
be there waiting for me to ask him to help me. And like he's a father of love, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what I've learned, and
Yeah.
forgiveness, and he loves us more than anyone in this world can. We don't even understand
Yeah.
the amount of love he has for us. So now that I understand who my heavenly father is in reality, I have those deep conversations. Like if you and
Yeah.
I were having this
Yeah.
conversation, me and him can have an
Yeah.
open relationship conversation,
Yeah.
because you know what, at the end of the day, he sees everything that I do, right, wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hide from him.
Right. I love that because a lot of folks don't understand it is more of a relationship, right? It's not always about something being so structured. You know what I'm saying? And I just like, we shared, I talk to him just like how I'm talking to you, because he already knows me. So it's just like, I'll be like, I got all this going on. And, he probably thinks I'm this busy girl, you know, this busy woman, but at the same time, this is how I have the dialogue with God. This is like, I keep it real, you know, and I think it's incredible. I'm just, again, thankful too, for you being on, because I've been really connecting with more people who are true believers, and just have this actual connection, this spiritual connection with God. And of course, it leads to having more of the genuine connection, of course, with each other. So talk to me more about, you know, the life coaching, because I know, before, as we talked, you used to do, or you still doing it, right? A youth mentor you were before.
Yes.
So talk to me, about the experiences and some of the challenges, of course, that went into that, and of course, what got you into being, a life coach.
Absolutely. First of all, I think that my own personal experience and life experience as a youth, as a troubled youth myself,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to identify with a lot of these youth that I mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even plan to have this as a moving career. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And when it happened, I felt like God placed me there for a reason, because those youth were able to identify with who I am and my background.
Yeah.
So I was able to have a deeper level of respect, first of all, right?
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
had respect for each other and understanding. So they
Mm-hmm.
were able to, they knew that I can understand them in a deeper level than just like a face, and I went to school and I know about mental health and
Yeah.
all these things and how to treat it, because it wasn't like that for me. So
Yeah.
I came with the heart and with the experience, and I was able to touch within 5 years many people's lives, many youth that I'm actually blessed to say that I'm still mentoring a few,
Yeah.
since I've left the job I used to work with.
Mm-hmm.
They still call me, they still check in with me, and I'm able to continue having the long-term relationship,
Mm-hmm.
that is for them something stable, because they haven't had people come in and out of their lives, because these are youth that have been in foster care.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, that's been something I hold deep in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will continue and forever mentor young teens, young men, young ladies, because I have teens at home, and
Yeah.
I'm also able to understand their background, their suffering, because they're
Mm-hmm.
just as humans as us. And a lot of us, you don't have this diagnosis to these kids. We don't know. We judge this book by its cover. We don't know
Yeah.
how their path has been. We don't know how many heartbroken homes and what they've gone through in order to survive.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, they're not being treated equally and fairly and given the opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
even go to college, to get a
Yeah.
decent job. They're just constantly in a battle of their own mental health, because these people struggle with depression, anxiety, PTSD,
Yeah.
traumatic, bipolar, major
Mm-hmm.
depression, and so on and on. And I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've been there, like, where things were really popping off.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about everything and
Yeah. I
anything.
could only
As an
imagine.
intervention specialist, I had to be in situations where there was kids that maybe could even, cut themselves, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we don't talk about that as much, but I think that's something that we should talk about.
Yeah.
That is a mental health thing that you try to put it under the cover, but
Mm-hmm.
actually that isn't. That is really a mental health
Yeah.
stigma out
Yeah.
there. A lot of kids and a lot of people cut in order to heal, in order
Mm.
to distract the pain of what's internally happening.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I had to learn that by working and being compassionate and going through the process with them. That wasn't
Mm-hmm.
something I knew. That was something I learned as time went on in my job, in my field. And I
Mm-hmm.
learned to have the compassion and that love and understanding, And
Mm-hmm.
that one young lady came up to me and said, look at my scars. She was like almost proud of her scars.
Mm.
And I said,
Yeah.
and I kind of, you're shocked, like, whoa, like first impression, like I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll up my sleeves. But she was like, please don't do that.
Mm.
She said, this is who I am. This is a big part of me.
Mm.
And this is how I cope.
Yeah.
And I gave her a hug and I said, thank you for coaching me on
Mm-hmm.
how to handle you know, somebody like yourself.
Yeah.
And that was a deep conversation that I will forever remember. And it almost brings me tears because that is something that is happening, especially I think now with COVID, that
Mm-hmm.
people were isolated, that people were unable to use their coping skills that were
Yeah.
either a lot of our youth use, like going to the mall,
Mm-hmm.
going out in the community to do activities in order to cope with their mental health,
Yeah.
that they were, you know, just automatically shut down and they
Mm-hmm.
were at home. And like a lot of reporters, and it said that domestic violence and abuse has
Yeah.
grown skyrocket.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
So
think people are at home and they're realizing, you know, they don't like each other. You know, I hate to say, I mean, in that way, but I mean, it's just like, you know, people, especially that have 9-to-5 jobs, you know, they're used to like coming in and passing by each other. Where now it's like more people are back at work, but I agree. Like the first 3 months, people were at home that normally are not at home together. You know,
right.
so.
And that is something that has actually unfortunately been happening with
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people. I mean, I could talk about just the youth side, but it's happening to adults, to
Yeah.
seniors. You know, what's going on with our seniors? We don't know what's going
Yeah.
on in these homes because people were unable to go in and out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So not a lot of them get treated fairly and lovely. Unfortunately, that's just, you know, the reality. And I'm not afraid to say it,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm passionate.
Yeah.
So,
And I realize you're very passionate about it, obviously, because for one, you're healing, you're helping. But what would you say is your least favorite part about this type of work?
my least, oh, the system,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's corrupted.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen things that I was like, wow, how can this even be going on?
Yeah.
You know, I've seen things that were unfair, the system, the court system, juvenile system. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's, yeah,
Sad.
I think they need to reform it where they're going to implement more and also they've taken so much from their own parents,
Mm-hmm.
biological parents, right? They've
Mm-hmm.
taken all the rights. They've given the kids, like, listen, this is your right. A 14-year-old, you know, it's like my 14-year-old.
Yeah.
She doesn't know any better. If somebody said, now you have a choice, you could tell your mother if you want to leave. If you don't have to live with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She don't know that. But
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be okay with somebody telling my daughter that. You understand?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's my child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as the laws say that is your right. So some of these kids have taken that as a freedom to say, I have the right to step out. I
Mm-hmm.
have the right to live with you or not live with you.
Yeah.
And that alone, it could be very scary. Not all, you know, not all kids are okay living on their own at 14 years old.
No, of course
I
not.
mean, even at 18, I have an 18-year-old. They're
Mm-hmm.
not matured enough. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
To be on their own and be independent. So that part is crucial. And then they
Yeah.
come up to, you know, some of the parents were like, hey, Regina, because I used to go by Regina, like, you know, how can I tell my kid, like, I want you back home when the system itself is telling my kid that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have their own rights.
Wow. That's crazy.
Mm.
Well, I know that you, again, are definitely purpose driven and obviously chosen, you know, for what you're doing, both in this form of life and for the, you know, the life coaching and also even for obviously for fitness and health. You talked to me about your biggest passion, of course, being your oldest daughter, and how, of course, and I've seen her and how lean she is and how you've helped her, you know, eat
Yeah.
clean and do some amazing things. So talk to me more about the transformation of that for your daughter, which of course managed to, of course, help with your own weight loss and what you're doing right now for your fitness training.
Yeah. So this all happened, this passion of mine happened in my own home
Mm-hmm.
during COVID. While COVID happened, the schools were automatically shut down and everything like shut down. And like I explained, just on January, I had decided to take a leap of faith
Yeah.
and quit my job
Yeah. Yeah.
because my own daughter was struggling with her own mental health. And
Yes.
as a mental health specialist, I felt my duty was at home.
Yes.
And
Take
there
care of
was,
your daughter.
as much as I was pulled out and I love working in the community, in the field, I had to tell my boss, listen, I have a youth that needs me at home.
Mm.
And if I can't get my own home right, there's
Yeah.
no way I can go outside.
Right. To help
And
others.
it was a leap of faith that I took, and I decided to say, hey, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
It was difficult because I was so attached, and a lot of families were very attached to me.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like, it took a month for me to transition and say, finally, okay, I'm okay. But I had ties,
Yeah.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
right when I said that, I think it was around February, COVID happened,
Mm.
and it was more like a blessing because I wasn't even thinking this
Yeah.
was going to be coming up.
Yeah.
So I was able to assess, all my children because they
Mm-hmm.
were still all going to school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jazzy was finishing 8th grade, and little Joe was finishing his 5th grade,
Wow.
and Jeremiah was finishing his,
Mm-hmm.
12th year. He was
Mm-hmm.
he was a senior. So as I assessed each and every one of them, and I was able to have that time one-on-one, I was able to see how my daughter's mental health and her self-love was really down because she was being bullied at school.
Mm. Yeah,
Of
that's
her
tough.
faith and her, kids at that age, at 11, 12, they break out. I went through that phase. I think
Yeah.
as an adult, I still do. I don't have the perfect skin,
Yeah. Yeah.
but for her, being a young lady at 13, that was a lot. And I didn't
Tough.
realize how much she was being impacted by
Mm-hmm.
by the bulliness and by how she felt her weight was.
Yeah.
So sorry, I don't know. My phone keeps going down.
Oh, you have it on the tripod thingy?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know, so what I did was I said, listen, Jazz, I'm here. I will do anything to help you. Whatever you need, let's do it. Because as a single mom, I was working full time, so I would come home and make quick meals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't plan to make healthy meals, organic meals. One that takes time. Two, that's financially more expensive than regular.
Yeah.
You go to Whole Foods, like I live in San Jose, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like you're spending for like 3 items $50 easy.
That's crazy.
You
Yeah.
walk
Yeah.
out of there.
I know.
So it was difficult for me to say, hey, you guys, we're gonna eat healthy. The one, I didn't really have the time to do all this shopping, so I just grabbed whatever was always easy on my way, fast foods or whatnot. So as I realized, I said, listen, Jazz, I looked up, I read upon a lot of things. I wasn't so wise about it, Monique. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It
Mm-hmm.
was more like a natural thing to help my daughter.
Absolutely.
It was first was like, let's get you some mental health
Yeah.
help. And then second is work on your weight, on
Mm-hmm.
what goals you want to achieve. Like, how do you want to look? What do you perceive?
Yeah.
Like, what do you like to do? Because she was never into sports. So
Mm-hmm.
it was hard for me to get her there. So we decided, okay, I'm going to work out with you like twice or once a day because it
Mm-hmm.
was like I wasn't working. She was, going to school at home. So we started working out. I started assessing what she needed from me as a mom. Like, hey, do you want to run? Because when I was like 14, 15, I loved to run. And I
Wow.
told her my experience. I said, when I
Mm-hmm.
used to be your age, all I did was run, run, run. And I kept a very small figure because running, you burn so many calories.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But she was the opposite. She said,
Yeah.
Mom, I hate running and I hate sweating. I said,
Mm.
girl, well, then how am I supposed to help you out?
Like, what are you gonna do?
Because when you work out, you're gonna sweat, you're gonna burn those
Mm-hmm.
calories, and
Yeah.
that's it. So she was like, no. I said, okay, listen, let's figure it out another route, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
said, let's start eating clean. These are the meals we're gonna start eating: salads, and it's just like educating her and cooking together. So
Yeah.
not only did we build this together, we build a passion, and then we were able to engage on a deeper level because a lot of people say the only way I learned how to cook was in my mom's kitchen.
Yeah.
Or when we had deep conversation, it was in my mom's kitchen.
Yeah.
So we were able to have deep conversations, some healing points in the kitchen while we were both cooking, and we were both trying to reach a goal because, not to say the least, 2 years prior, I had gained myself
Yeah.
like maybe 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm petite, I'm
I
5
was gonna
foot.
say, yeah, because you're shorter, and yeah, that's a lot. It's more heavier on a body frame. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, all the time I used to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm like overweight, my jeans wouldn't fit me, and I was
Yeah.
refusing to go and buy bigger size jeans. I was like, there's no way. Like, I need to just stop and take care of my physical with my daughter. And
Yeah.
that's what we did, at home, because it was all shut down. We were like, okay, let's do jumping jacks. Let's
Move the
do
body, basically. Yeah.
move the body, squats, jump
Yeah.
rope, going up and down the stairs. We became creative with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We became creative with it, and we just rolled together. And it was awesome, because we built that relationship with each other because we were so passionate and we both wanted to reach a goal. And we were like, hey, within these 6 months or whatever, as long as it takes for COVID, let's have a goal of losing 10 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Or 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And like you met my daughter, I mean, even now, I think she's slim. She's learned how to eat healthy.
Wow.
She's learned how to work out on her own. She don't need mommy no more. She sets her own schedule. She goes to the garage because she doesn't like to run, like I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she'll do her little workout. And right now I'm trying, since I am trying to get into fitness, I've been weightlifting.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
now
Look
for
at
me,
you.
I feel like the weightlifting is where it's at because you
Yeah.
burn more fat throughout the day, and your body starts leaning. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not here to brag how much I've lost, but I have lost like maybe like the 10 pounds.
Wow.
It's made a big difference for me.
Well, I was very impressed. Like when I was in your kitchen, you had the very small, proportions. Because I'm just used to, remember how I was just like, are
Meal
you sure
preps.
that you're gonna eat? Like,
Yeah,
but I mean, I get it. Like, my grandmother, and I know a few people even now, when they show some of their foods and their food plans, are showing very small. You can eat a lot of food if you need to eat, if you're hungry, but eat it in proportion, like this certain portion, smaller portions,
Yes.
so getting to that, I think it's important because obviously that's where it starts. As you know, earlier, just about a few hours ago, I had another fitness trainer on, and also that's something that he was talking about. He talked a lot about fasting. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on fasting or extreme fasting?
I mean, I love fasting. My mom taught us how to fast in the spiritual.
Spiritually,
Yes. My first experience of fasting was always to fast for a spiritual purpose.
of course, yes.
So as I fasted, as when I was a young lady growing up, my mom actually made us fast. I used to only be like 12. She said you could do a half a fast, just from the morning to noon. I was like, all right, but you have to have a purpose.
Yeah.
So I learned how to fast, and then as I grew older, I did 24-hour fasting. I loved it. I think one, it helps you clear your mind, your thoughts. You're more centered. You're more at peace of what you need to do. You have that, like you and I are talking, like a deeper level of conversation with God.
Yeah.
You have
Absolutely.
like a deeper level conversation with God.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I learned from her. And not to say I don't know how to fast for just weight loss.
Yeah.
Because I will sit here and lie to you. I like to me fasting.
Yeah.
Like Marcos would tell me I'm fasting. I'm like, you are. Your purpose. You're not even supposed to tell me. You're supposed to keep this like secret, between you and God. That's what my mom said, right?
Well, he figures it's close. You're at home, so it's like I'm gonna tell you,
Right. But this is in the beginning, and all his roommates were fasting, and I was like,
oh, okay.
And I'm like, are you guys Christians?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was more like we're fasting to lose weight or to cleanse our bodies.
Yeah.
And now that I know a lot of fitness gurus do fast, do fast to cleanse their bodies, detoxing and all that stuff. But I think what I found best for my detox, not to bring in TLC,
Yeah.
is my Total Life Changes, my tea, my lasso, my CBD tea
Well, no,
that
let's
has
bring it
helped
in
me.
because that was my next conversation. So
Okay,
talk to me,
cool.
yes, about TLC. Absolutely.
Oh, I mean, it's been my life changer, TLC. I love my team,
Yeah.
my team spirit, my coach, Sheila. She got me. Well, let's just go back how I got into TLC.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. This thing is really upsetting me. It keeps going
Yeah, I
down.
have one too. I stopped using it. That's why my phone is lower because it just kind of does its own. I'm like, you know,
Yeah, they
twisting,
pretty.
and I know
Okay.
exactly what you're going through.
So, yeah, I joined TLC like maybe 3 months ago,
Hmm.
and I
Hmm.
just kept seeing it all over IG, all over
Yes. Yeah.
media, and
Thousand
I was
families.
like, man, what is this orange bottle, right? And I looked it up, and I was like, wow, this is vitamins, and I don't take all my vitamins. I mean, who takes all their vitamins like
Hmm.
that on a daily
Hmm.
basis? I think that's what drew me to it. But when I knew that they had like a weight loss like tea, I was like, okay, let me check this out.
Okay.
So I hit her up, I hit up Sheila, and I said, hey, Sheila, like, I see that you're selling these amazing products. Can you just give me, like, explain to me, break it down, like, what it is? She
Hmm.
broke it down to me to the point where she was like, Regina, Giselle, don't worry about it. I'm going to send you a sample, a box to your home, and you
Hmm.
can try them out. And in 30 days, you let me know if it works out or doesn't. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
for reals? I was like, great. So she sent me the full bottles, the full samples, like not just the little packets, but the real big bottles. And I
Hmm.
was like,
Hmm.
holy smokes, like she really must believe in this product to send me the real deal, right? This is
Hmm.
worth more than $100.
Wow.
So I started taking it, and I always suffer from, I'll be honest, I always, as a woman or as a young lady, I've always suffered with constipation.
Mm.
So that was a big problem of mine.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have like regular bowel movements.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think when you don't do that, you don't, you got that stubborn fat around your stomach that doesn't go
Hmm.
away. And you can work out, you can drink a lot of water, you can do all the
Yeah.
stuff that people tell you to do, and it just doesn't go away.
Mm.
So I started taking the tea, and slowly but surely, I started feeling better. I started having regular bowel movements, and the
Hmm.
CBD helped me to control my anxiety, helped me to sleep
Mm.
better. So I
Yeah.
was like, it was a win-win. It was a wrap. In 2 weeks, I was like, where do I sign? Let
Okay.
me know what I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how it started,
Hmm.
and I love it. And now, like a week ago, you saw that I went to Detroit to the headquarters, and we had an amazing experience. They treated us like red carpet. They
Wow.
picked us. They picked us up from the airport. They
Hmm.
put us in a hotel. They took us out to dinner, to like not just any just any
Yeah.
random place. Like these
Yeah.
were steakhouse, expensive.
Took care of you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've never, in my whole life, experienced a company that can treat their employees as amazing as they
Mhm.
did. So, big shout out to TLC, everybody, my team, my
And
coach,
this is 1,000. Is it the 1,000 families?
the
That,
1,000 families.
okay, because
Yes.
I see them like on IG. I think when I was telling you, I just came back on IG like earlier in January. I just kept seeing. I'm like, what is this 1,000 families? And it was crazy because I was actually working out to Hennessy Fitness's course. You know, he was posting every morning. He still does it. You know, a Stormy Son, and it
Yeah.
was just like, oh, what is going on? They would always talk about. You know, he didn't talk too much about because he's doing like his challenges. Is what he was doing, like 30-minute exercising, but just giving of himself like for free. You know, no one
Yeah.
does that. You know, offering free fitness trainings, but at the same time, yes, educating us on detoxing and stuff like that. And so that's why I was honestly drawn to him and his energy because of what he was providing outside of just getting on an IG live and just exercising. You know what I'm saying? He was really going deeper into the body, and you would catch him out at the grocery stores and videotaping and talking about, eating clean, what good food is, what bad food is. And I just think it's like, I was like, who are these people?
Yeah.
So you're definitely with a great team.
Thank you.
So talk about some of your successes since you've been with TLC.
One of my successes is my amazing team. Like I said, team spirit. Everybody has their own team,
Yeah.
and I think we built a relationship where we're all of us really close. No one's competing against each other.
Right.
We're all trying to get to a goal, right? Of course, I have a goal to achieve, because you have to be, if
Yeah,
you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to push. In any business, you're going to have to put in the time, put in the effort, put in the finance.
Absolutely.
So my successes with them is learning, learning from each and every one of us, what our strengths, what our weaknesses, how can I learn better? What can I do better? How can I provide services to other people and coach them to become healthier and live a healthier life and see the difference. I'm not trying to sell it. Like I said, I'm being a testimony myself. People that know me,
I was going to say,
very insecure about my body, and I've always talked about getting a tummy tuck and getting a mommy makeover. But now I'm to the point where I want to be my own testimony and say, like, I did it. As much as it took me, it's not just the products. I'm pushing to go work out every day. I'm in my hustle. I'm working out. I'm getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning.
My goodness.
At the gym by 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like ready to go because I have my NRG pill that gives me that energy, or my Nutriverse, and then my NRG pill, and I'm just like, I'm like fired. Marcos is like, it's still like 8 o'clock p.m. and I woke up at 4 o'clock p.m. He's like, yo, are you like okay? I'm a little worried, and my kids are like, Mom, are you good? Because you look all hyped up and all kinds of energy. Like, energy. You can still keep going. And it doesn't give me that crash. It doesn't give me like, oh, I feel now, like coffee. I used to drink coffee. Now I stopped drinking coffee because I have all these amazing things that I can just like tap into. They're natural and organic.
So talk to me about, so say, for example, you have a person that may see this video or that's watching and, they are wanting to do like what you're talking about. They're wanting to really start, a regimen. I feel like I'm preaching to myself. No, but like, this
well, girl, crazy. I'm here for you,
I
right?
know, and it's crazy because this happens a lot. Like when I be doing these interviews, I'm like, is this for me? I'm like, I'm doing it for everybody, but I'm doing it really, I'm preaching to myself, because and I was just telling Lion of God this earlier on his call that there was a time I actually had I lost like 38 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And I knew what to do. So a lot of it's just pure laziness. You have to really be honest with yourself. It's just being lazy. I know what to do. And a lot of it, I was running. I actually had a trainer. I honestly, I don't even think I was eating as much as, I do, but I wasn't dieting either. It was just because I was working out so much that I didn't have to really, monitor too much. But it was also, I didn't want to put certain things in my body because I saw how much, I was losing, so it's like, you don't want to eat cake and pizza and all this other stuff. So if you have someone on there similar to myself that is at home now or back at work, but still just, sometimes people are embarrassed to even go to the gym. Juselle, people just feel like they don't want to be in a gym setting or around other people looking at them. What would you say to a person like that?
I was just gonna say while you were saying that, I know I need to do and I know I need to do that. It didn't happen for me rapidly. It didn't happen. All my life I thought I was into fitness, and all my life I thought I was into health, but I wasn't. I was tapping in and out, and of that, I think it didn't click in my head that this was something that I needed to do in order for me to continue to live a long, healthy life. I think that's when it changed. I think that it changed when I saw my daughter going through her own struggles and having a deeper level conversation. It's more than that. I mean, that's a little more intimate, I think, for me than to share right at this second, because it's something that I would have to ask to share. So I won't share that, but it was very deep to my heart to see where she was. Right? And I knew that I lost, I guess I could say I did, lose my mother at a very young age. And I think that if I would have known to take care of her and eat the right proper meals,
Mm.
she would be still here. She's
Mm-hmm.
falling. So I think that was the time for me, you know, Monique. And I would tell people is like, it's not just how you look at yourself in the mirror. It's like you have to mentally prepare yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? To like, do I really want to commit to this?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a lifetime commitment.
Yes.
It's not just, this is what I learned also from Sheila, my coach, right? My mentor at
I think she's
TLC.
on here. Is it Sheila_Bass?
Yes.
Hi,
Yes.
Sheila. I think I just saw her comment said, "Wow, your body looks amazing," and you are right. It's your hard work that will get you there.
I mean,
so when you said Sheila, I'm like, that must be her.
she is. She, if you see her, you wouldn't believe. Sheila, I love you, and I'm sorry I'm a shit, but she's, and she wouldn't mind me sharing this, but she is a woman of faith.
Yes.
She's a mother. She's a grandmother.
Oh,
so, and she has this amazing figure.
Oh.
And I always look at her and I'm like, damn, Sheila, goals.
They call them, hey, they call them glam mothers, GLAM.
Right? She is. She's my, I look up to her. And like she told me, when she told me this, like I said, when I joined TLC, she told me, Regina, this is a lifestyle, a health lifestyle.
Yes.
And she said, you know, do you want to take care of your body? Because our bodies are a temple. You know, we have to take care. Whatever we put in goes out, and whatever we, you know, we go out, we have that energy to share with others. So if I'm putting junk food, I'm lazy, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I don't want to work out. You know, I come home exhausted, fatigued, sleepy. I might feel depressed. So all those things that were in the past of my past life, because like I said, we all live in this rapid life of like work, coming home, we're single parents, or we have a family we have to come feed. We don't have the time to say, I need time for myself. And it was time for me to say, I need self-care. How does Giselle want to live for her children? You know, I want to live, I want to see my prosperity, which means I want to see my kids. I want to live to see my kids like Sheila. You know, she's a grandmother. You see her, you won't believe it.
Yeah.
Because she chose to take that lead and say, I need to take care of my body as what I'm giving out to the world.
Yeah.
So I think I'm living by that model, and I'm showing it not just to myself, I'm showing it to my children. I'm modeling that, you know, that is a big, you know, thing that I want to do is model a healthy lifestyle to my family.
Absolutely. Do you have a certain favorite exercise routine that you stick to?
Yes. So I am currently also joined Manteca Boot Camp.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
When I say it's boot camp, shout out to my boot camp folks and all my trainers. There's some amazing coaches and trainers. Shout out to Jody. They're really professional. They know what they're doing. So we get this fast cardio and also this weightlifting where it's fun. In an hour, like you just boom, you get in it, you burn so much calories because it's fun. You're doing a lot of cardio, high cardio, and you're also lifting a lot of heavy weight, and they push you. They're like, hey, you've been coming here for 2 weeks, like go grab a 35-pounder.
Oh my
period.
God.
And I'm like, no, I can't. And they're like, yes, you can. So I love that they do push you and they teach you the right way to how to do it instead of you just thinking, I know how to do it, because you can hurt yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was there, you going back to what you were eating and the good food, the healthy small portions. Talk to me about eating clean, because I know, you know, sometimes I think I'm eating clean, of course, because I'm eating fish and vegetables, you know, but what is a true meal when it comes to eating clean? What would you say that would be?
I think is meal prepping, because once you meal prep, you already have things ready for you just to grab and go and warm up and eat. So what I've learned in my new journey now is that the more you eat, the more you're actually burning. You know, and it was on our heads that the less you eat, the more. No, it's the opposite. So for me, I'm supposed to be eating every 2 hours, and it's really difficult because my head thinks like everyone else, like the less I eat, I'm actually losing weight, and
Wow.
drinking a gallon of water
Mm.
every day,
Oh
being
my
hydrated.
gosh. A gallon of water.
Yes, yes, yes. Nick,
Girl,
you
that's
gotta
a
do
lot of
it.
water.
You
I
got
remember Hennessy had this thing in this way of like, he said to have the gallon, or if it's a, whatever it is, it should be a gallon. I thought it was just once a week. Maybe that was just the challenge he was on.
no.
But
That's
basically he
daily
drew
on a daily basis.
he drew lines on the bottle, which made it seem to be a little easier. Like he had a milk jug, but he like drew lines of every 2 hours.
AM, PM, or
Yeah,
like
eight
from hour
o'clock,
to hour.
10
Yes.
o'clock. And I think that helped, knowing like, but it was so much water, Giselle. That was a lot of water.
Girl, I mean, you have to be close to a bathroom. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie. Because every time I go anywhere, I'm like, the first thing I need to scoop is like where the bathroom at. Period.
Gosh. So a
Everywhere I
gallon a
go.
day. A gallon of water a day.
But you know what? It helps with your skin. So a lot of people
Everything.
that suffer
Yeah.
with detox, everything. But it helps with like flushing toxics
Okay.
and drinking like a lot of water, and like I do my teas in between so that I can flush things even out that are toxin. Like I'll do it like, I'll do have my little cocktail here and there. I don't drink as I used to.
Yeah.
But per se, like tonight, right? It's closer to my birthday, so I'm like with my girl having this amazing conversation. I'm gonna have a little whiskey. So tomorrow I might feel it as I'm doing my workout.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be like, yo, I need to take my little tea so I can detox and just get rid of everything that was not good for me. That make me feel good, but it wasn't good.
Yes, yeah. Would you say that you have like a favorite go-to snack? Like when you eat your snack? Because I'm a snacker. So
oh my gosh, I love chocolate.
Really? So it's okay to eat chocolate?
Well, some people you have to have those cheat days.
Something.
I like dark chocolate. I think dark chocolate is healthier for you. And I go to Costco and I get this bag that's like dark chocolate with almonds and like all kinds of different things. And it's like it comes in little portions. So I just grab that and I just take my cravings out because I'm a human. I can't be perfect. As much as I try, I have my little cheat dates. So I'll go to my little pantry and I'll grab a few, you know what I mean? And then I'm good to go. It's like a little like it makes me feel good.
I like that. I like that.
So what about you? What is your snack?
Girl, which one?
Okay.
Help me, Jesus, honey. I mean, the thing is, I'm being honest. You got to be honest with yourself.
You got to be honest.
But yeah, I'm a total foodie. Like I like to cook for one. I do enjoy cooking, but I enjoy really good food. Like I know that's crazy to say, like we all like to eat, right? But I like good food. Like I'm very particular. Like, I want scallops and stuff like that, But if I'm snacking, I would have to say, oh my God, yeah, like sweets, which is dangerous. A donut.
I love my sweets. Everywhere I go, like if I go to Starbucks, I want to get that banana bread.
Yeah,
but I have to hold on and I get them egg whites, egg white but little bites, just to take away the cravings.
You sound like mommy because she's good with the egg whites and everything and stuff like that. But I definitely want to really pull myself back because especially being an artist and singing, breathing is really crucial. So like if I'm on stage or if I'm just singing, period, it's like I have to be able to breathe and feel comfortable and catch my breath and I just want to feel comfortable in my own clothes, right? But the health factor, is huge, and I think I'm just starting to get prompted more by God about it because it's like I started jogging again and walking. I didn't go today. I went yesterday and the day before. So I'm starting to do that again. So that's big for me because, I hadn't been doing it. Okay. So, but that's pretty much where I'm at with it. I do want to take a step further and just like, just take better care of myself, self-care, both mentally and physically, because this year has been very interesting. I wouldn't throw this year away for anything in the world. A lot of people are like, oh, hurry up 2020. I'm like, no, thank you, Jesus. 2020 honestly has been very good for me mentally. You know, I've started not one, but two businesses this year. You know, I released three
Okay.
singles, you know, so it's like, I wouldn't dare throw this year away at all. Like, this
Absolutely.
is the year that woke a lot of us up, you know. I mean, look at your blessings, the things that have transpired. If you weren't at home, you know, you wouldn't have, of course, been doing TLC and all these things that have happened, you know, in 2020.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to ask you something in 3 words. Describe your mission in life.
Mission in life in 3 words. Um, being a woman of faith,
Mm-hmm.
being a leader,
Mm,
and being a woman of power.
yeah, I like that. I asked you that question because when I first met you, one of the things I picked up about you, I'm really energy type of person, and I try to vibe, you know, and pick up vibes, you know, and I think it's just important to do so. And I noticed that just with your spirit and what you shared with us earlier. And again, my condolences to you and your family with the loss of your mother. That you have a very, very strong spirit. You know, I picked that up, and I was telling mommy that I was like, she's just like so purpose driven, um, you know, to lose a loved one and to lose your mother, you know, at such a young age. It's not, you know, it's not easy. I can't even try to relate to understand, but I can definitely discern, you know, what you've gone through. So I picked up, you know, a very, very powerful energy from you. And I just wanted to say, you know, I was very inspired, you know, just by visiting with you and your family, and just knowing, you know, who you are and where you're going, because my mom lost her mom 2 years ago, you know, and so I get it, you know, it's not easy, but I don't want it to be an emotional bout, but it's just raw and real, you know, and it's what I wanted to express and share with you. I don't want to hold you too long, but I do want to share something with you.
Please.
Because I know Saturday is your birthday, right?
Yes.
So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Giselle. Happy birthday to you. And I wish you many more. Happy birthday, girl.
Oh my gosh. Like that was so beautiful unexpectedly.
No. Well, you
I
took the time
felt
tonight.
I felt so blessed,
Oh,
and
you're
thank you for
welcome.
being here with me this very special moment,
Absolutely.
and having
Absolutely.
this amazing conversation with you tonight.
Yes. Yes.
It means the world to me. I
Mm-hmm.
hope that you continue to touch people's lives. I hope that you'll continue to grow in your show and what you do, what you believe, because it's
Oh,
unique that you
yeah.
bring in.
Yeah.
And I think it was a pleasure for me to be here and just experience this, because God knows I've been extremely, extremely shy to be on live. And
No.
that's something I ask God to help me how to overcome.
Well, he's doing it, girl. It's happening. So
Amen.
keep up the good work. I'm very proud of you, and bless you. And I want to thank you and thank Marcos again for sharing you with us tonight and your family, taking you away from your family for the last hour. But again, I thank you so much because you're an inspiration to so many, and you're definitely inspiring me, of course, to really get out of my lazy zone. So,
well, I'm right here.
I know.
One phone call away and like 30-minute drive.
Oh.
Girl, you let me know. I'll be at your driveway
You
at
pick
your
me up to
door.
work out, huh?
I'll be like, knock, knock.
Girl,
I'm
I
here.
know.
With my little workout outfit.
Yes.
Yeah. If you ever need, I'm serious. If you ever need a
Yeah.
buddy, if you ever need somebody to go out with you,
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And shout out to TLC and your crew and Sheila.
Hey,
The
TLC.
1,000 families and everybody and what you guys are doing. God bless you, and may God continue to bless your business. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, boom.
Okay. Peace.
Peace.